Yo yo yo, how's everyone doing? It's Zūmu here. Today we're gonna start the Apple Pencil tip project. We're gonna be using ZBrush and yeah, let's start. I have here a few drawings for reference, so I guess I'll just be starting. So I kinda just started just with this piece here, which is about 2.8 millimeters by 4.04 millimeters, and I'm just gonna duplicate it. Yeah. Wait. Oh. Alright. We have it duplicated here. And so the next part should be here. And it's alright. .33 by 3.33. Oops, 33. All right. And on the Z, it's 1.13. Right. Let's resize this. It's looking nice. We're just gonna put this here. Right, it's starting to look like something. Not much yet, but it's gonna go there. So the next part should be, let's just duplicate this first. All right, drag this here. And it should be around, let's see, scale master. So 5.08 by 5.08, and the Z is around 8.57. I kinda took these measurements by myself, so maybe they're not quite accurate, even though I took the measurements with some calipers, but let's see how it goes. So let's just do this again. 5.08 by 5.08 by 8.57, and resize subtool. So obviously we need to make this in the shape of a cone, and we're gonna get to that in a bit. Let's just drag this here. Just making sure everything's nice and aligned. All right. Now we need to, let me just duplicate this. And let's just have a reference for this size. And we're also gonna have a reference for here. Which is gonna be around 1.6 millimeters, I think. So let's just do that. So, whoops, 1.6 and 1.6, and we can leave the Z as it is and resize. So now we kind of have the reference for both ends of this, not sphere, the cone, I mean. And we're just gonna go switch to this subtool. Let's see. So deformation. So we want to taper on the Z-axis, and it's just gonna taper to about that reference we have there. Seems about right. Right now we don't have to be super specific. We're just making the general shape for now, and I think that's looking nice. So now we can hide these two, and this shape right here, we actually need to make some adjustments because of the edges. So let's just duplicate this, and we're gonna initialize a sphere. Let's just give it 16 for now on the resolution. Whoops. Huh? Wait. Where's the sphere? Oh, that's where it is. Alright, we have our sphere here, and we're just gonna put it here. So right now we're gonna need to adjust the size. Let's go to scale master, sliders to subtool size, and we're gonna go for, once again, 1.6, 1.6 and 1.6. Nice. So it's not matching perfectly because we weren't very specific some moments ago, but it's gonna be fine because we're gonna need to change it again. So we need to put this about here. Looks fine for now. Let's switch the subtool. We're actually gonna need to make this a bit smaller, so we need to move this here so that when we make it smaller, it's from this anchor point. And right now we can see that it's not actually where it's supposed to be. Let me just drag this a bit. All right. Seems about right. So let's make this a bit smaller. All right, it's starting to look like something. So we need to come here, we need to taper it just a small bit because it's not perfectly adjusted right now. So let's go to deformation. Let's taper this. It still isn't really perfect, but for now it will do. So what are we missing right now? So the basic shape on the outside is done, like the outline. So we need to make the inside now. And let me just see the measurements here. So first of all, you're gonna have to make a 2.94 millimeter hole here. Let's see. Let's go to our subtools and let me just copy this. Let's just put this on the bottom and let's adjust the measurements. So sliders to subtool size, and whoops, and we need to make it 2.94, 2.94, and so this needs to be, I just realized I don't have this measurement yet. So let's see. I'm just gonna go with 8 millimeters for now, but we'll adjust this later. So let's resize it, and right now it's in add mode. So what we need to do is switch this to subtract. Let's just move this here. Make sure we're in the right place. Whoops. Kinda lost myself there, but it's fine. We're just gonna make sure this is right. Yeah. Right. Let's just leave a slight margin here. So live Boolean, and now it's subtracting, which is exactly what we want. So let's see. Now we need the threads. Let me see. So let me just check my Apple Pencil. It has 5 rows of threads. So we need to make spiral maybe. Let's just go with that for now. Wait. Let me just check the pencil again. There's a slight lip here. Should probably be about like 0.2 or 0.3 millimeters or something. We're gonna need to put that there. Alright. Let's go and make the thread. Just gonna have some tea real quick. Nice. let's just duplicate this. So we're gonna need to initialize. Oh wait, it needs to be, wait, not here. Let's delete this. Actually, let's just save first, because we never know. Yes, replace, yes, yes, yes. All right, project saved. So we need is it yeah, it's helix. We need a helix. So let's see, we need 5 threads. So let's go to initialize, radius, let's delete this. So let's think, needs to be about 2.8 millimeters. Let's just make it about the same distance. Oops. Should be something like this, I think, more or less. Let's just make it slightly, just ever so slightly thickness thicker, just a bit. Yeah, I think it should be something like this. So we're gonna make it a polymesh 3D, and let's go back here. Subtool, and we're gonna paint our helix, which should be somewhere around here. Let's just, yeah, it's here. Let's just move it out of the way, rotate it 90 degrees, and let's make it bigger. Turn off transparency mode. and make it a bit bigger. Let's just this is just gonna be like a small test because there are some measurements that I actually don't know, so let me just check the pencil for reference. Yeah, it should be about right, I think. I'm just gonna trim down the excess threads. Alright, transparency. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it should come to about here, I think. It's kind of hard to see on the actual tip. So we need to trim this down. Let's switch subtools, duplicate this, move it to the bottom. Oops. Actually, no, let's delete this one and switch to this subtool and duplicate this one. And move it to the bottom. And we're just gonna increase the X and the Y. So we're gonna go to deformation. Size, let's turn off the X, and it should be enough. So let's just turn off transparency mode. Still need a bit, so let's just move this here and make it bigger. So let's subtract this, and this should be our thread. Alright, so I'm gonna just Boolean this for now. Now we're gonna turn off these two and append, whoops, append our new Boolean mesh. And now we should have this. Oh, we don't need this one. Alright. Oh, we don't need this one either. Bye-bye. Alright. So we have the threads now. We're still probably gonna need to adjust them when we print them to see if it fits nicely or not. but we still need some work on the inside of the pencil. Let's just let's think for a moment here. So the actual metal tip of the pencil, like the metal tip inside the tip, is 3.3 millimeters, and yeah, we should probably model that too, just to have a reference. Actually, I'm just gonna save this now. Yeah, save, replace, done. Alright. I'm actually gonna put this in a folder, just so it's all organized. New folder, let's call it main tip, I guess. Yeah, main tip, let's go. And let's put all these objects here in the same order because of the Boolean meshes. Oops. Yeah, those last two we actually don't need them here right now, but I'll keep them there because we might need to adjust the helix later. So yeah, so now let's make a folder for the metal tip, which is the part that actually stays in contact with the pencil, and that I think it has like a tiny spring that it's what gives the pencil the pressure sensitivity. I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's what it does. So let's create a new folder. Wait, what? New folder, metal tip. Oh, I moved it out of the folder. Wait. New folder, metal tip. Yeah, alright. So the tip is actually quite interesting because it's super small, and I actually had to use special goggles to like magnify it, and some tweezers because it was so hard to handle it. So let's see. Let's like do the main like shaft first, I guess. Let's just hide this for now, and So we need to go to Z plugin, sliders to subtool size. So this is around 0.28 and 0.28 and about 3.3 millimeters. Let's resize it. Alright. This is like the main part that connects to the other part of the pencil when you attach it. So after that we have, let's just duplicate it and put this here. So this should be about 0.6. Oops, 0.6 and 0.6, and the Z is, let me just check it here. .8 and resize. Alright. We'll just put this here now. We still need to adjust it later. So duplicate, move it here. And the next part is so let's go here. It should be about 0.84 and 0.84 and 0.43. Yeah, something like this. Let's duplicate this again and move it here. So the next one is actually the same size on the X, but we're gonna need to be, whoops, needs to be about 0.97 and 0.97, 0.43. Yeah, it should be about this size. And now the last part. It's like, let's just duplicate it, and it's like a half sphere. Oh, not import, initialize. So the other one was 16, 16, 16, I think. Yeah, I think it was 16, and Q sphere. So since this is a half sphere, we're gonna need to do a Boolean operation here, and I'm just gonna duplicate this, and let's hide the other subtools first. And transparency mode. Let's make sure that we do it in the right place. It should be about here. Oops, needs to be here. Oh, whoops. Yeah. So we have our half sphere now, and let's make sure nothing else is active. Yeah. So we're good to go with the Boolean mesh. Oh, it was the quick save. All right. So make Boolean mesh, and we can hide it now, and now let's append our half sphere and put it in the metal tip folder. Wait, what? Where's, oh, here it is. Let's put this there. So this needs to be about 1.2 millimeters. Let's go to Z plugin. So 1.2, 1.2. And this should be about 0.7, I think. Wait, no, 0.6. Alright. So let's put this here. And put this here. Whoops. And let's go to the next one. And let's just switch this to here so that we make sure that it's in the right place. And now we're just gonna move this here. Zoom in a bit, just to make sure that it's in the right place. Yeah, looks nice. And this part, we're gonna do the same. Zoom in a bit. Go here, and we're just, oops. We're just gonna go and move it here. Yeah, that looks about right. Let me just adjust this a bit, because I had the size set to the whole tip. So now we need to shorten it a bit because of the half sphere. So let's just move the anchor point to the edge. Looks nice. And let's just make this a bit smaller, and now we have the tip here. And like I was saying, this is actually the part that contacts the rest of the Apple Pencil. So we need to have it here too. So let's see. I'm actually gonna make a Boolean mesh of this just to put it also on the other folder for reference. So let's Boolean mesh. Should be done by now. Let's hide all of these. And let's append a subtool, and here we have it. Let me just rename this to metal tip. Whoops, not metal tip. All right, and let's move this to the main tip. So now we can start. Wait, here. Now we can start putting everything here. Oops, not these two. Let's go to transparency mode, and our metal tip should be about here. So yeah, this is like the actual part of the tip that that contacts the rest of the Apple Pencil. So I think this little shaft here is like spring loaded or something, because when you push it, it actually goes down, and I think that's what's responsible for the tip pressure. So let's see. I think we're actually gonna leave this here for today, because I have to get up in about 7 hours. So yeah, I think we're done for today, and we actually made quite a bit of progress. And like I said before, there's still a measurement here that I'm still missing, and hopefully I can find that out for the next stream, so that I can figure everything out. So yeah, I think we're gonna stop here for today. So yeah, if you're here watching, thank you very much for watching and for being here. And if you're just watching the VOD, thank you very much for watching too. Any viewer I mean, every viewer is highly appreciated. I really like sharing my projects and making things and just having fun making things. So yeah, I'll be continuing this project later. I don't know if I'll be streaming tomorrow or not. Maybe, yeah, I'll see when I'll stream again, but it's definitely gonna be soon. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. So I hope you stay safe. I hope you have a nice morning, day, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.